So we're off this morning to stay at Caffeine and Machine. We've been there once before. If I remember rightly, it was my birthday. But this time we're going to stay over. So we'll keep in touch on the road.
We didn't realise that Caffeine and Machine was actually pretty close to Ragley Hall, which is of course the venue of the ABR Festival, which we're planning on attending next year. And having never been there before, we thought we'd drop in and check out its location. And that, folks, was the end of any good weather for the rest of the trip. Sadly, we took a gamble and wore our jeans instead of our rucker bottoms. Yeah, well, you live and learn, don't you? And having braved the torrential downpour, we get to Ragley Hall only to find out that we couldn't even get in and ride around.
Check it out.
So that was Ragley Hall, folks, or what we saw of it anyway. Hopefully next year's ABR Festival will have better weather than that. And so on to Caffeine and Machine, and hopefully a hot cup of coffee and some dry clothes. Caffeine and Machine describes itself as a coffee house, licensed bar and restaurant, boutique B&B and a living art gallery. It's designed very simply as a place to go, a destination if you appreciate moving things. Well, here we are, let's check it out. We were much earlier than the normal check-in time, but I did email them and ask for an earlier check-in, and given the inclement weather, we were hoping that might be the case to get out of the soaking wet jeans. Sadly, it wasn't that forthcoming, so unfortunately we had to sit and have our coffee and food in very soggy jeans.
I've ordered.
What are we getting?
We're having 2 pitters and 2 very large cups of coffee.
The sun's finally coming out. Now we're here soaking wet. Let's go and check into a room at Caffeine and Machine. Room 1. It's plenty big enough.
It's bright. Nice bright room. It's a quirky place. I always thought it was a bit of a quirky place.
It is a quirky place, and we have a good view of the events out there, and most importantly,
And the bikes.
the bikes, which I'm pretty sure they'll be secure for the night. Hanging up our soaking wet like a gear. Shower area. Of course, the big test will be later on when it's beer o'clock.
See if you've got any beer for you.
Yeah, they don't have any food. They got the kitchen is broken or being repaired or something. So down there we've got a Greek catering company. So we've tried a bit of the pita bread. We'll see what they got offered tonight. Right, folks, beer o'clock at Caffeine and Machine. Let's go and see what they have to offer. So, what are we going to have for drinks tonight?
Yeah, 5 o'clock morning.
Caffeine and Machine. There we go.
Large peanut green tea. You got one?
Started now. It's 5:30 and all the fancy cars are arriving. It's a real petrol heads place, this. So Alfa Romeos, Toyotas, Porsches, but most importantly, look at those 2 beauties, by far the best. But right now, beer o'clock, folks. And what have you got there then?
Usual spritzer.
Spritzer.
And very good it is too.
Excellent. Cheers, everybody.
Happy beer o'clock.
This is where we eat. This souvlaki. So I'm just filming what's on dinner tonight, that's all. Oh, that's good. So what are we cooking tonight?
In general, we have Greek skewers, pork, chicken, kebab. We can do pita or box.
So what do you do? Are you going to cut those up, or do you?
It's for us.
So we don't get that.
Sorry.
I want one of them. So we're just finding it fascinating watching all these cars arrive and park up, and people crowd round it, don't they? Why did
it's-
they do
Once you
that?
get like, into the cars, though, you can see
Well, I
why
guess
it's
they
done.
feel the passion for cars we feel about bikes, darling. But that little, what is it, Fiesta is absolutely immaculate. Not a speck on it.
The spec on it. And yeah, I'm sure he hasn't been out today in the rain. You had one of those, didn't you?
The black XKR and a racing green XK8. Great cars.
Gas guzzlers.
Gas guzzler.
Not as good as a
Not environmentally friendly, but
as
very
good-
beautiful.
Not as good as a Triumph GT Pro. And now for something completely different. Yeah, it must be electric.
I was going to say it's quiet.
That is quiet. I didn't know the minimum like that in those days. Nice and smooth for this electric car.
Half an hour to set it up. Look at that.
Jeez. Is that it?
Yep. Twin cylinder horizontal. So
Does it actually start up?
yeah, we've been driving it all week.
Really?
Yeah. It's owned by Imperial College London. We maintain it as a club, so about once a week roughly, he gets out and has a nice drive around London.
My
causes
God.
a bit of traffic.
How many miles to the gallon?
Not many.
Wow, look at that.
So he's got the gearbox is split in two halves. There's your clutch. So first, second, third.
I said you're a bit too young to be hanging around with this old gear.
Yeah, well, it's owned by the students of Imperial College London, and we're student volunteers to keep it running.
And you're an engineer by
Yeah,
trade.
we're all engineers of some form, yeah.
Fantastic. What kind of car have you got personally?
I've got a 2002 Toyota Celica.
Nice. There you go. Big thumbs up from Nirvana. Come on, keep going, keep going. Look at that. What's coming out of that? Is it water at the bottom?
A pretty healthy water leak.
Water leak. So you carry this around with you all the time here?
Yep, pretty much.
And so one of the oldest cars ever built in Britain drives off into the sunset. As the evening went on, it got busier and busier with more cars and bikes arriving. Still only two decent bikes there, of course. After a couple of beers and a very pleasant evening, it was time for bed. So, if you're thinking of staying at Caffeine and Machine, what can you expect?
We first visited Caffeine and Machine about 18 months ago, actually as part of the mystery birthday tour Bri had planned for me. It was really busy Saturday and we were lucky to get in without booking, but I had a good coffee and a look around the shop, so decided we'd revisit and stay over as they have around 7 rooms. The cafe cum shop cum hotel is located on the main A422 Banbury Road and only about 10-minute drive from Stratford-on-Avon. There really isn't anything else around, so unless you want to ride or drive, food and drink is limited to whatever is available on site, which on this occasion wasn't much, as the kitchen was out of service. Wish they'd let us know that, as to be honest, we'd probably have postponed our visit. We stayed in room number 1, which was large and bright and overlooked the car park and outside bar, which is actually 3 large TP-style tents with seating. There was a large ensuite shower room, wall-mounted TV, fan and a tray with water and tea and coffee. There was also a sofa bed which we used to store our biker stuff, but which would accommodate a third person if required. Check-in is officially 3 o'clock and admittedly due to the pretty grim weather we arrived early, soaked to the skin. Jeans rather than ruckers was clearly the wrong decision that day. We did politely ask if we could check in early, but we were reminded of the check-in time, so sat with a coffee and pitta from the mobile catering van in very soggy pants. Not a great feel. I know it's really difficult to turn rooms around quickly, but maybe the offer of somewhere to change and leave our pannier bags while we bought lunch and waited for our room would have generated a slightly higher score for customer service. We never want to put our kit back on and ride in the evenings, so we were pretty disappointed to be told there was no food on site other than Mr. Slovaki's Greek mobile van, where it would appear you could have anything you want, as long as it was a pitta. Pitta with chips, pitta with salad, pitta with another pitta. Yep, we had pitta for lunch and for dinner, and would probably have had one for breakfast instead of the pretty dismal breakfast basket on offer. No eggs for Bri that morning. Parking is plentiful, and while it's visible from the road, there are CCTV cameras and a carport offering more security. We could see the bikes from our rooms, so we're comfortable that they were safe. The place seems to be really popular with car and bike enthusiasts, particularly those interested in classic and top-marked cars. I'd say, based on this visit, Caffeine and Machine is okay for a quick stop, but in future, I think we'd check that there was better catering before we booked.
What a difference a day makes. Yesterday evening, beautiful and sunny, watching all the cars roll in, and now look at it. It's been raining all night, it's going to rain all day. We're taking this respite, like break in the rain, to get packed up and get back on the road and head home. So, we'll catch you later. We were intending to extend our stay for another night somewhere in the Cotswolds, but because of the dismal weather and the bad forecast, we decided just to pack up and head home.